So I'm going to try to do some astrology here. We're heading up with the Mars. I keep talking about the Mars square Pluto because I'm a Martian person and I'm sensitive to Mars, but I'm also a Venusian person and I'm sensitive to Venus. So did you know that Venus is still coming off of an intense square with Neptune, which has never happened in, it's safe to say 6,000 years, particularly because of the Saturn placement there, and it's also square to Saturn also. See, we have Venus going into Cancer, which is this highly empathic Venus, very, very feeling, but also reclusive, is what I want to say, because of the watery feeling. So it's very feminine and sacred that way, see, but it's squaring the Neptune in Aries. And I already studied and meditate on that vibrational frequency. And what it is that you see, no matter what, the warrior and or the awakening of our inner beings, which is the human spirit, is starting to unfluff itself and get out of the muck and from having been so controlled. A lot of people are knowing just more and more that a lot of things that is the truth vibes that makes a lot of other people very uncomfortable. Uh, so that's what Mars Pluto is here to do, is make us a little bit uncomfortable. And then the Venus Neptune square with Saturn is difficult in love. Okay, so not that Venus or Mars are having a hard time with each other. It's just, okay, so Venus needs to get more real. I've been kind of talking about this, and I did make an intense video that said, you women, can you take control of your bodies more? I mean, it's a profound responsibility, right? I mean, an entire civilization comes right out of you. Would you please take your time a little bit and do quality control? See, but how do you do that from being undermined of all of your security? Well, ask the church over there. They're never going to give it to you. Back to Venus squaring Neptune. Neptune has been pointing at that control system, how it needs to be on reset because it is about our spirituality, gaining sovereignty, being able to reconnect with our spirituality, which has everything to do with like real sciences, like why we even tell stories, why we open our mouth. I mean, it has to do with everything. I'm sorry, it does. If your spirituality is off, then everything is off. Money is fucked. See, that means that okay, so you're not. There's no love behind it, and or spirituality. If you want to unconfuse yourself, I'm here as a Zen Buddhist. Fucking shit, Buddhism makes you a better Christian because why? It has to do with the simple having a conversation. It's just a conversation between two very different types of people. One of them indeed has reached God and, in fact, can be considered God. That's what they considered the guru, the master, just somebody who's enlightened, a human being, one who's as love. They are God itself. There. Now, you can just play that game and say, oh, aren't we all God? It's like, no. No, some of us have to seek, and they have yet to become blessed, right? You have to receive. Can you receive the blessing? Now, minute 3, let's talk about the narcissist, the poor little things. Some of them, malignant cases, they're unable to play the game of spirituality, which requires, that's the curriculum here, babes. That's the main curriculum. And I'm somebody who, besides for being absolutely spiritually possessed, too deep into it, you have lifetimes to go, by the way. And I'm saying, by the way, women, can you please wake up a little, just a tiny bit. At least don't drink so much wine before you have sex with that thing. Did you know that you're supposed to care about your body more? You're supposed to have an orgasm. Oh, I'm sorry, organism. Whoopsie. Oh, shit. Here I am again. Hit like and subscribe. See, hit like and subscribe if you're a man that has studied how intricate it can be with some women. Or we require skill. And see, this is why, babes. Because she has to do quality control. If that man cannot raise his level up, his awareness up into getting a certain patterning, particularly when she says, yay, and then keep doing it, oh, that's not worth reproducing with. That's somebody who's probably retarded, or what? Are they violent? Are they being fucked up to her? Like that just doesn't even care how that in fact she can have so many different kinds of orgasms. In fact, she's a huge erogenous goddamn zone. In fact, she is the home, the pleasure that you want to go back to, whether you know it, like it or not. That's just who a woman is to men. I didn't make this up, and you do not hang me. Hi, Jesus. Am I doing great? Yeah, girl, they hang you up just by telling the truth like that. Well, okay, is that what happened? Yeah, that's why I'm going to court. Yeah, you just said something. And then they did something. Yeah, with a prosthetic. Here, let's. Stormtrooper. Yeah, a lie. Lie, lie, lie. You're never going to give up either. Fuck. Okay, so what we have to do, what humanity has to do, did you hear? David Ades. I'm going to put it at the end of this video. Listen to what this person says. And I've already figured out, see, I'm a musician, I'm a human being. I do access God's mind. I know about love. I'm achieved at the higher octave. So I do what is called self-organizing. That's what musicians is. That's what music is. That's what musicians are doing with one single tone. Their mind self-organizes in front of them the plan of God. If you guys are confused about what these, a lot of narcissists get really just, they're gone. When they hear the word God or God's plan or something like that, they leave or they go, I didn't hear anything from the Bible yet. And what about Christ Jesus sacrificing so that I might live? And it's like, would you shut the fuck up? You're crazy. Nobody does that sanely. Would you make sense in case the kids are watching? In case you were watching, in case you had an idea of your own. What am I? Who am I? What am I doing? Okay, I heard that the North Node is hitting Pisces. It's Pisces North Node, Virgo South Node at 9 degrees, 10 degrees. That is right on my Jupiter in Pisces. I have a spiritual refreshment for you, whether it's me opening my mouth and talking to you like this. Now, do you have the privilege of observing me chop wood or just a little carry water or whatever I'm doing here? None? Like, even if you come here, can you observe the master doing anything? Doing anything? Well, it's not my concern. I'm not an attention whore. No, I'm just saying, unfortunately, what I'm asking you is, are you open for the truth and reality? Because then we can get to know each other. We will feel safe. See, I'm tired of feeling so like, I don't want to say it, but like unseen. But you can feel, babes, there's 9 billion people out there, 8 billion, whatever, and they all feel incredibly lonely for a profound reason. You want to talk about narcissism again? Please watch these videos and get on my Facebook. And sometimes I'm putting up these videos that say, no, look, these people are really, really talking about it. David Ades, he straight up says, no, you are leaving a mortuary there. You're dealing with the living dead. There is nobody there. He's telling you the difference. He's just saying, and they're not human beings. Sorry, he's telling you. Okay, so I get all passionate about it, and that's a sign that I'm supposed to be doing this. Just, you're supposed to use social media for a profound reason. Mainly what Tesla would say, which I doubt that guy was a narcissist. Oh, highly misunderstood benevolence. Highly misunderstood is true intelligence. Oh, it's scary. Ask AI over there, just a robot who says, so these people don't do, and it's not even eating. It's going to use a lot of water, I guess, or something like that. And everybody's pissed off about it. It's like, well, why are we giving you, you never even bothered to clean your water. Why should AI figure out how to clean your water? And does that make sense? I don't know. It figured out how to clean its own water. I don't know. Why is it getting royalties? Because you guys are working so. I hate what's happening. And if AI can wipe out that part of the organism that doesn't really collaborate with each other to where there's no inflation. The reason why that there's inflation, babes, I keep getting the answer, but it's very hard for me to explain, but I'll be able to explain in about 3 months. I'm kind of beating around the bush, and I'm letting you know. Okay, first of all, did you notice the word inflation in the word inflammation? Well, the reason why that there's inflammation in the woman's side is because of the gaslighting narcissistic society. Oh, it's full of diseases. Oh, they kind of, oh, they want the women to be weak enough to where that they I don't know about you, but I go online and I can hear it. Some people that are women, who are trying to have a voice, and maybe they're doing an oracle reading, or maybe they're doing some show about their fucking foundation makeup. And they all sound pretty darn feeble, like pretty darn somber, kind of like, oh, like, well, I'm fighting my inflammation that is happening. I don't fast and I don't understand. Really, you don't really see it. You don't see the truth. See the truth before setting you free and making you well. It will piss you off and it'll challenge you. And what are you going to do about it? You're just going to tuck back in the bed. People get really depressed over it, right? They get depressed. They start to, it's this huge realization. It's huge, huge realization where it's like, ooh. So I'm not bagging and being biased towards men, but it's looking like that men are very, very unconscious. They have a level of unconsciousness where they don't care. They can't. They're like, whatever. Yeah, they are weak. And then they go over there and good for you. I don't know. We need sanctuary though. Women need, and I see it around me. I just saw somebody the other day was trying to tell me I just got out of the club. It was like, babe, stop calling it a club. Ah, got a flat hat too, huh? Ooh. No, I'm not part of that club. I'm in Idlewild. I'm real. I keep putting these videos up, and I'm going up and down, and the way I look and stuff. It's like, well, just can you buy me a coffee, people? Where are my so-called friends? You're gonna have to figure that out too. You're gonna have to figure out whether or not you're being a good friend or not. No, not just to your dog, whom, babes, those animals is unlike a cat. It's unlike a cat. No, you cannot treat a cat and kick it around and even put a leash on it and shit like that. If the cat is savvy, it's going to leave. It just leaves and finds somebody else who respects a person's being and independence, man. You know, and that's what we're heading towards is more a more loving human society. Now, thank God for David Ades and Sam Vaknin and people like me who just go blah 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 blah. Blah. It's so important to start communicating. See, you could have been severely injured by narcissism. Your mother is a narcissist or something. Maybe you're around people that are handicapped enough that they were always narcissistic. And you never got away from it, and you never experienced a loving person. You never experienced somebody who's capable of healing you by just being there and you observing them and noticing how that, well, it's not only that, but they connect with you and you start learning, oh, it's possible. You know, I mean, if it is a Christ aware person, that's what Jesus said one day before they killed her. Is that, by the way, you can have this too. Minus the part where she gets caught in poor translation and then fuck, where's everything going right now to date, right? Right now to date. Getting back to some hardcore astrology where for the first time in 88 years, but really this astrology with it because it's trying to Pluto, it's causing a sextile with Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto. Whenever, okay, so we have the sun in Gemini that just, it's going to hit, well, it's already conjunct. Right now we're coming off with a conjunction, and so too Mercury. It's a very quick moving aspect. It rules quickness. It's like, can you handle the amount of quick energy coming at you insightfully? Um, the Mercury conjunct Uranus could blow people's fuses out, man. You know, they can't handle talk, right? This is a challenge for the Stoic people, the Earth people. It's like, because you guys need to understand one thing for sure, that you're not being open enough to the possibility that no, there's people that are different from you. It's not that they don't belong there and that they're wrong. They are different, and in fact, you're probably admiring them with prosthetics, which is in the form of entertainment centers or something. Like you watch them on a movie or something. See air signs, and we are in a lot of air right now, and we are going to be under the influence of a lot of air for the next 20 years. There is a grand trine for the next 7 years, which means that it creates an angular trine whenever, see, Libra needs to be looked into. That's what needs to be awakened, and it is awakening. Hello, I live in the San Jacinto Mountains. I can tell you about the self-organizing system that reflects at us as music, and a musician, a real live musician. Now, I'm talking about real born musicians. There's people that are born to play music, by the way. Libra, hi, how are you? Do you have a bunch of Libra? Oh, you love music. You love to dance. If you don't play, I'll be surprised if you don't play an instrument. You know how to listen to music, though. We play for you because you are actually, you know how to hear. the music. You know how to pull it out of us too. We don't like playing for people that don't know how to listen to the math, the journey that you're going on. In fact, music is a form of listening to the creation of creation playing with itself. Yeah, musicians do it better. It's important to learn how to play with yourself, by the way. I do it all the time. And you sample and then you play it back and you play with it, okay? But it's true that musicians duet better. Why? Well, they are handling God. God handles them. When they get it right, they feel so good. That's how that they can like ignore the discipline behind it gives them blisters and stuff. But when you really hit it, and it gives you a frequency inside, it really reshapes your whole body and your mind. No, when you play music, yes, when you play music and especially sing at the same time, it could be, I heard that it's just carry a drum rhythm and then rap to it. You're opening both hemispheres of your brain, and that is a trip. Right now, you're like firing like an actual human being is supposed to. And music is normal for human beings to play every day. They play music together. Yeah. If it's not on the holidays, it shouldn't be only on the holidays, but every day. In your household, there should just be music. No, you playing it live. Oh, it's so beautiful because it rinses your mind of any idea that that there's something more important than just listening. Be sure that you hear what to harmonize with. Make sure there's harmony happening. Fix what's not harmonizing. That's a musician. You can't have like even clean water without having this mind is such like it does essential work only. That's what the self-organizing system about is. Music is needs to be brought back what it really is. It's sad because it's the first thing they take out of school and they say, oh, no, you can't have that privilege until you get all your academia right. And that's like torture for the true musician, babe. No true musicians are filtering through the band over there at high school. Not really, no. I hate to say, but within the last 100 years, it's safe to say that, okay, I'm sorry that my generation has not stepped yet up yet, and they are. I call it the late blooming. Yes, Libras are known to be late bloomers. They're born in October. It's a late bloomer there. Whoa, that was a fruit that is ripe still in October. Now, they're going to bring on the true essence of like what music can do for our minds, what it really is, the creation of creation, listening to it. It's God in between there if you're achieved. And love. Love, oh, watch out, man. We are a self organizer. And with see, that's what AI is. I want to make this clear, and this is going to be a long, drawn out video so that you can like I hope you listen to it 3 times before you go to bed because you guys need to relearn stuff. Update yourself. Know that people like me exist. That, no, I'm not making anything up here. No, I don't drink alcohol as much as I've said that I'm Claire living in El Monte, Canada, and I like to drink alcohol and I raise poodles. A human being could handle this kind of, you go to a movie and you're like, what do I like about it? Well, there are entertainers up there. They are human beings. Well, we're being disenfranchised. You don't want to work for. See, now you want to be careful. What has been? I was trying to tell you the last 100 years. What has been making it up and out there. Now, if they're doing us any favor at all, they've told us after a while, like Michael Jackson would try to tell us, they don't really care about us. No, they're going to lie and make you look a certain way. You're trying to heal and you're trying to work your own weirdness out because it's weird around here and you need to get therapy and you need to rerun things and maybe for him it was just to be a kid again and be loving with kids and he wasn't molesting them most likely not and see who knows if that person really died. No, some people are just disappearing away like Jim Carrey is not going to ever be visible. He might stage his death next if they keep trying to call him to France for a fucking award. It's either that or see a lot of how that okay they do kill them right or they commit suicide or something. They know something really intense, man. And so I'm not talking something. I am saying something. With like Prince, did he really die or did he just disappear or what happened? Do any of us watching this personally really know the answer? I'll tell you what I know is that you don't know. Yep, that's what you got to know. pardon my expression. I put on the dumbass look for some reason, and um, I'm a kind of entertainer, and so the main point I'm sure I didn't get onto it right because why? No real reason except for I'm not stabilized as well as I know I can be. I'm trying to make money, doing the same shit that I've done the last 35 years. It's like, okay, so you want me to rake your yards, huh? Cool. The only difference between uh, 3 years ago and now is that I'm making $10 more an hour, and what hasn't changed is that, oh, it's more than ever. It's not worth it. Hell no. Like I was trying to say, oh no. Um, the clothes and stuff that tear down, I do try to wear old clothes, but they're old clothes anyway that I'm wearing, right? And that I need to buy, I wouldn't, right? I mean, if I need the money, I need everything else, right? And so it's never worth it. And so I'm wanting my own time and space, asking for a copy to be bought for me now. What do I need to do? What do I need to do? Show a belly button? Send me, I want to make, here I go again. See, I did, and I'm not stupid. I'm a woman. I'm alive. So just to put it lightly, I made an interesting video that I bet you anything, some dude, if it's released just once, right, there it goes. So I'm not going to release it for less than $50,000. Oh, it's a special video. Even women would like it. They're like, really, really? Oh yeah, yeah. You know how we get private with ourselves, and I would suggest if it feels good, but really if you're looking good, sorry, if the geometry is right. Sorry, did I edit that? Because that's the real way to say it. That's why you know good music. It's not music unless it's geometry. And I'm here to tell you that it's circular. Yeah, music is circular. Okay, just remember that it's going in a circle. If not, then you are disturbing the minds of the children. And boy, what has been happening lately? You can tell what they're doing now. It's interesting, but it's like, well, the only thing good about it is that it's going to bring live musical playback back in style. I mean, we musically see if somebody would dare learn how to play music. Just a lot of times, I just tell these wannabe music players that they've held the guitar plenty of times. And I say, look, just play this over and over, will you please? Otherwise, they won't get it. So you just tell them to do this. And anyway, sorry, I hate working with non-musicians, by the way, because actual musicians they understand that there's the song is going to tell you how to play it, not the person. They also don't know that there's no music teachers. Music is the teacher in the room. If you know how to lead somebody into that phenomena, you're going to make them get hooked and they'll say, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. But we're going to get the discipline of just being rhythmic and seeing that if you can be the music, uh, a good music teacher is not really teaching how to read music. That's an aftermath. Did you know that? Did you know that the notes that you see written down, and by the way, they are tones, but by the time you're writing it down, it's interesting. They call it notes made from the same. See, I'm a Libra, and I'm going to be talking about all of this. I'm going to be talking about music and love and self-organization and geometry and how it's self-organized. Babe, just let God work. Are you okay? No? Uh-oh. That's okay. Whatever strife and hardness you're feeling, you're going through the dark night of the soul. You have to fast. You got sick. And now you got to back away. Did you listen? No, you got sick again. You don't have to get sick, by the way. That's what Christ was trying to tell us. When you get more geometric and more in tune with God, there is no death even. That's where, believe it or not, people, that's where we're heading as well. See, we're heading towards heaven on earth as it is in heaven already. Just rub your eyes and look how, just observe a fruit tree. Observe the hen in your backyard. The offering is always there, and you know how that they call it Mother Nature, but it's actually Virgin Nature. Get your lingo down right. And virgin has nothing to do with a human. That's why you want to call it Virgin Nature. It's just the original plan. God's plan is geometric. The more that you hit it, the more you celebrate within yourself, the more beautiful you get. You probably see it happening to me. Like what happened? In the beginning, she looked like crap, and then the end, when she's talking. See, I'm reaching for my joy now. In fact, I'm supposed to speak to people. I'm not supposed to be thrown in jail continually about it, but maybe I am. Can't say that there weren't really good people that were thrown in jail. And I'm not saying, I am not at all saying that this is my goal. I am just going to start talking so I can get thrown in jail. No, no, no. It's difficult, too, to stand up for yourself, see. You'll start shaking. They say even if your voice shakes, just do it. And I'm facing that, folks. And if you hear me now, please send me a little coffee drink. I can, Patsy. Um, see, Patsy just sending me $2, $8. I want that from like 200 to 400 people, right? Yeah, eventually. And so do you. But see, my suggestion is to be a content creator. I'm sorry, content creator. How do you say it? Content. Did I make you content at all? See, this is a fucking trip where I know for a fact that on Facebook I was transmitting godly frequencies, and the only thing that can make you content, babes, getting back to the really good music, getting back to really good geometry. Um, is what makes you feel good. God. Yep. It rings like a bell and it heals you. And while I was kind of getting arranged here and grabbing my guitar and thinking about it, it was just in a snap that happened. It's like, there's a lot of people that are naturally diseased. They have a side of life that is, it's not hopeless, but because they're still able to listen to something. They want to grab at something that will help them, and there is music that doesn't sound as good anyway. Not that I'm doing anything amazing. Not that I'm going to do anything amazing now. No, I was just trying to express that what brings contentment is something done properly. Like, okay, let's talk about cleaning water, keeping water fresh and clean. Oh my God. So what has happened with just you have to buy it in plastic, and then now you have to hear that you have as much plastic in your brain as what accumulates total a plastic spoon. Yeah, yeah. You just have to handle that you have a plastic spoon worth of plastic in your brain because you're lucky that you don't see what I see, how I see. You're lucky. I love you. I love you. I'm capable of loving you. I am. That's the difference between you and me, probably. You say that you're capable, but you don't see the way I see. So how could you be capable? You have to have gone completely to hell. I mean, almost like on a daily basis. Like you get the farther you can plunge into hell, which I'm trying to expose you to some hell. Babes, that's the way Christ Jesus was. Christ Jesus was not a fairy tale walk through the goddamn fields. That person was worrisome to a lot of people because it talked a lot about the hell that they're creating. They're like, well, that's hell, and hell, oh hell. Let's put the H and the E up on that one. Where is she and he? Where is she and he? Do I have to get my chalkboard out? It's easy math, babes. We're looking for a full round occupation. One that's aware of itself, self-awareness. So having said this, I think I'm done with this particular performance. I don't know what the hell I just got talked about. But please look at this video. David Ades is a new sensation. See, now what I want to take a little bit of time with you guys. If you're localized in my area, you might know of, see, you only know of me. You guys don't really know anybody in Idlewild. You guys talk a lot, and you can't know anybody through talking. Not really, not really. No, you guys, you can't know life through talking. Talking does not happen living on the lips. Life is not living on the lips. You have to go into reality. It's a silent movie, and then hopefully you're well, there's that paying attention saying. But I say be attentive. And if you are indeed being attentive enough, back to being a content creator, if you are attentive enough to the right information, the correct information, God is the only correct information, okay? The truth. The truth. It's possible to end all of your confusion. You can make people content. You can be a content creator. So once you're doing that, babes, it doesn't have to be as complex as science itself, but make sure you do capitalization anywhere, anytime on that one. And science means you see something. Anyway, it could be just that, babe, are you on Facebook talking about the proper, like how to make soap non-toxic from, do you grow the plants? Do you make the soap from your plants? See, that's worth public notoriety because as far as these industrial, the money and everything, we have to go back to just microcosms. Enjoy your people. Do you know the lavenders or whatever, the lavas people or whatever, the people that make the soap, right? Can you understand that maybe that's what we need to do, you know, as far as if you want to really make your lives feel like you're achieving satisfaction emotionally, but then the wealth thing is just, do you have each other? Do you feel connected and safe in that community of whatever you're doing with money? Like, really, are you paying your friend? Or are you just like this? Well, I can get a better deal over here. And then where's what you people? I do not understand it, and it needs to end. I do not. I was born allergic to the money system, and something needs to change with that. You people, first of all, you need to just look at you people. You don't want to give a deal because it takes from you, right? Nobody wants to give money away. Are you supposed to save it? I don't get it. It's just fucking. I want sanctuary that says no. I understand that my freedom is the most valuable thing, especially just freedom of speech. I didn't do anything to you. I just said maybe that's wrong, and then you're gonna fucking chase me down the road. Well, hi Jesus, was that you, girl?